Hi everybody, we're back today with our mini album, the Birdwatcher papers, and you will remember, I think, that I've got the box completed. It's not put together yet, but it's all decorated all around it. It's just fairly simple. I can always go back later if I want to and add more to it, but I quite like that. I like this sort of strap that goes around it, and it takes away all this sameness of the background, just divides it up. So I'm quite pleased with that. And our album is inside, and we're making progress with it. Relatively slow progress, but progress. So I've left the cover till inspiration strikes. But inside we have got what you could call page one, or the inside front cover, whatever. That's done. It needs a big photo mat in there, which I'll do when I see what papers I've got left. So we've got this one done, which is really nice. I really like that one. Closes like that, the saloon doors. And I've got this one done, which is the shorter page in the middle. This side is done. Nice big pocket there to put lots of stuff in. And I've just put this label on with it's one of the labels that came in with the 12 by 12 papers. So that one, as you can see, says saw. And I've just put they're not called rivets, are they? No, they are called brads. Yes, I've put a brad on each side, just in the lighter pink, just as a design feature, really, more than anything. And I've gone along there with a border punch, edge punch. I don't know how well you can see that, but there we are. So what I'm left with now is the back of this, and I see I've got a little bit of glue on there, so let's see if we can get that off. I don't want that on there. I'll get on better with my hand, I think. No, that does not want to come off there. So we're stuck with that. I mean, it's going to be a tiny bit by the time we get everything on it. So what I thought I would do with this page is make a pocket. And I've already cut that out. So that's going to go on there. And on the pocket itself, I've cut out some of that paper that's the little stamps, because I'm never in a million years am I going to use all those stamps. It's just like an impossibility. So I thought I'd use it as a paper, and I can, if I want to, go ahead and use, some of the ephemera to put over the top. Not that one, it doesn't stand out very well, but that's an idea that we can have up our sleeves, on my sleeve, for later. And this is the paper that I've chosen. I've chosen this, but I really like that as well. It's the problem with double-sided paper, isn't it? I did choose that one, and that's the one I'm going to stick with, because I'm going to put a tag in the pocket, and the tag is going to be this red, so that will stand out. So let's just stick with what I'd chosen initially. So the pocket, make it the same as we do any pocket. Fold, get your measurement that you want your pocket to be, add a 1/2 inch either side and score down it, score along the bottom. That way then you get a bit of extra room in your pocket. But you do need to snip some little bits off. If you just fold that like that, you'll see the back of that when your pocket's in place. So snip that off like that, right up to where it folds. And at the bottom, you'll see you've got a cross there when the two score lines meet. So just cut into it at an angle right into the corner and then out again at another angle. And that just saves a bit of bulk really. And it's just gives a neater corner. So there we are. I'll just check I've got that right. Yeah, okay. So let's put these in my little bin, my little wheelie bin for all the desk scraps that we create as we go along. So that goes like that. You just need a little drop of glue just in those corners to hold the bottom on while we, yeah, just a little tiny little drop. This is actually Collall bookbinders glue that I'm using. I have it, and so I'm using it, and it is pretty much instant grab and really fabulous glue, and it's not any more expensive than the ordinary Collall. So I treated myself to some of this after Mr. F told me how good it was. I thought, oh, well, I need some of that, so I bought just a little bottle, see how I get on with it. But I mean, it is fairly instant grab. This black paper is a really strange paper. So there we are. It hasn't grabbed as instantly as I thought it would, but it's in place. So this double-sided has almost died on me. But, oh, it has died on me, in fact. So let's get the new one out. This great big wagon wheel of tape. I'm just putting double-sided down the sides of our pocket. Wow, this is such a big unwieldy thing, and it's quite strong tape, and I can't tear it off or use an acrylic block or whatever to tear it off with. It won't have it. It's just too strong. So I'm having to use scissors, which is fine. It's what I've always done, so I'm not too upset to do that. So just around those three sides there. Lovely. Chop that off. And just cut out those little bits that's on the top sticking out. You don't want those. I should have used my non-stick scissors, but actually they seem to be doing all right. And burnish. Burnishing is your friend. Don't miss out this part, please, because you really need to get a good fix there. Get all the air out. And you can hear it sometimes. You can hear the air crackling. And as long as you can still hear crackling, still keep burnishing. So there you are. You can see we've got that ready to go. I might just pop the top on that before I stick it in. I think it'll make it just a little bit easier. So let's check that this is the right measurement. I want a black border around it, a little black border. And I did leave it slightly long, or I thought I did, because this border on the bottom is slightly wider because it's the bottom of the page. So I just want to take just a smidge off that. And yeah, you see I'm back to my quilting ruler and scalpel because that's what works for me. I've tried all your fancy things, didn't get on with them. I will try them again. I haven't cast them aside permanently, but I just can't get them to work. So let's try that on there. Lovely, yeah. So I'm going to glue that on. I'm going to use my Collall because I find it best. So just a little bit around the edges, into the corners. You don't want too much because you don't want it seeping out. So if you think you've got too much anywhere, just take your hand, your finger, and just wipe it on your trousers. I need a towel down here that I can wipe things on, like gluey fingers. The thing about Collala is it does give you this time to move your piece of paper around to get it exactly where you want it. And I think that is exactly where I want it. So let's just run around the outside. And if you run around the outside first with your finger, but pushing in, then you won't get the glue splodging out. And just give that a second to tack up while you fondle your paper. I've tried to think of other ways of saying it, but that is basically what we're doing. So just give that a burnish. Right, okay, that's ready to stick in our album. Let's try it once more, make sure it's fine. Yeah, that's good. I'm leaving a tiny little border down here, and I'm coming away from this edge as much as I can, because if you're right in that hinge, it stops this moving freely. So don't ever go right up to that hinge. You don't need to leave masses of room, but just not right up to it. Just checking I haven't got any glue, and I haven't. So let's take the tape off the back of here. I think this is the way to do it. I've got several of these mini albums on the go, as I would, why would I not? And I'm really enjoying flitting between them, actually. Flitting birds. Put them in the bin. Now I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of glue to this. Just give me a little bit of wiggle room. And it's not much at all, it's just a tiny bit. It will help if I don't get it right first time, because you don't get much of a second chance with double-sided. So I've got that on the bottom, I've got that up the side. Yeah, lovely. Lovely job. Right, so let's stick that down with our hand first, and then we'll burnish over it. Such pretty paper this, it really, really is. I think it's one of their new, it's just come out, I think. I didn't know that when I bought it. I just bought it because I loved it, because it had blue tits on it, basically. Right, so the next piece is this piece, and we want that to slide just down inside there. So just like that, in fact, my goodness. And then we can glue that down to there. So it is just slightly longer than there. That's how long it is. If you're cutting it off, it's about 1.5 inches. It probably doesn't even need to be that. I'll cut another 1/2 inch off that, because it'll just make it easier when we come to try and wiggle that in there when it's got blooming glue on it. So altogether now this measures 4.5, whereas I did have it at 5, which was a bit silly. A little bit on the silly side. I've got my lights on today and it's not doing me any favours. Keep a hold of that. You never know when you might just need a little bit of something somewhere. And I must admit, I really haven't quite got over the fact that I'm not inking everything all the time. I still want to reach for some ink. Right, let's put some glue on the back of this. I love this red pattern. but I can't have everything, so stop wittering. I don't really know what I'm going to put on the cover. I haven't even got an idea yet. Let's just get rid of some of this masses of glue that's around. Make sure you've got that the right way up. It's actually got writing on this, so it is important. It's also got a bird, which you don't want to be flying upside down. And I'm just going to place that in my pocket. Come on, you know you want to go. That's it. And make sure I've got it nice and even at the top. I want a border, but I don't want masses of a border. Right, quickly get this glue off, because we know that stains. So there we are. How pretty is this? It's just gorgeous. So that's down, so let's just get, I'm going to get my thin bone folder, the one that came with a scoring board, and just press that down, because I can't get in there with my big thick Nancy bone folder, the one that Fancy Nancy sent me, which is my Pride and Joy bone folder. So that's that, and we've got a nice distance away from that hinge, so that will bend over easily, readily, like so. Lovely. So now what I want to do is make a tag, and I'm going to make it out of the black. Let's see. I think I was quite all right with my estimation there. And I'm going to make it out of this, which is a remnant from another page. That's also very pretty, but it wouldn't stand out at all. It would just be completely lost in there. Whereas this, it's really going to stand out and look good, hopefully. So, right, what do I want to do? I just want to make this the right width. So I'm using this, as they call it, cut to measure. Measure to cut. Got it the wrong way around. It's not far off. I'm just wondering if this is square. Looks like it might be a little bit off square to me. 4 1/4. Yeah, no, let's come back to 4 1/8. Square that up at the bottom. Yeah, it's not far off square. It's this top corner, I think, that was where the problem was, but we'll just cut that off. So it doesn't have to be a definite width, the tag. It can be whatever you decide to make it. So we want this. So we'll put that exactly where we want it, which is about there. Put a pencil mark. I did bring a propelling pencil over with me, but I don't know where it went. Went somewhere. I'll cut that off there. So we'll cut that out first. Then we need to do the tag, the corner tag. So that's exactly on 4, which is great. I'm pretty sure that means we've got the right border all the way around it. This one is called, this particular paper is called Beautiful Morning. Oh my goodness, how nice. And then I've just cut my mark off. I think I've just chopped my mark off. Let's just check that that's okay there. It's lovely, it's lovely, it's beautiful. And I just want that about there. So let's just chop that off. Where we've marked. Strikes me as a good way of going on that. I quite like it. I think we've done it before. I don't think this measure to fit is a new thing. I'm pretty sure we've done it before. That looks like a good scrap to keep, doesn't it? Okay, right then, so let's cut the corners off, and for that I have a template which is an old credit card, and this is one angle and this is another. I know they look fairly similar, but they are actually different. So I'll use this side. So you just offer it up, make sure that you're square on the side, square on the top, and cut that off. And then turn it over and do the same on the other side. And then you'll have two equal angled corners for your tag. Just like that. So there we are, that's quite nice. I quite like that shaping. And I need to do the same with this one. And I think we should be all right if we just do that. So let's try it. Let's try it and see. Make sure you get it lined up properly on the top and the side, or you'll get a different angle altogether. There we are, let's see if that wants to fit in there. Oh, look at that. Look how perfect that was, guys. I have to celebrate by myself because there's nobody else here. Well, there's Mr. F, obviously, who is very kindly doing the dishes at the moment, because life has to go on, despite the fact that we want to journal day and night. Life does go on. Shame, isn't it, really? So a bit of glue on the back of there, get these stuck together. Seems such a shame, doesn't it, to cover this up. But I'll stop going on about that because you're probably sick of hearing me. Fair enough. It is, I can report, another lovely day on the ranch. I mean, we don't live in a ranch. We live pretty much in the Lake District in very north England, almost Scotland actually. But we've had a week of wonderful spring weather, really, really fabulous. And it's just a joy. It's a joy if you go out in the car and you see the little baby lambs and the ducklings and the goslings. And actually the other day we saw a red squirrel, which is very rare around here. Very, very rare. They are an endangered species in this country. And so to see one was lovely. And last night we went out just for a little drive around, just to blow the day away really, and we saw a barn owl in flight. Once again, a real privilege to see such a thing. So that's going to go into there, and I can't help feeling that I need something here, be it ribbon or a sticker, or do I need something on there? Who knows? Who knows? But let's have a look anyway. Do these stickers fit on here? These aren't stickers, these are ephemera. Yeah, they do. So I could put one of these on. Let's see what we've got. Look up. It's quite nice, that actually. Marries in with that. And that is the portrait version of it. Might be altogether a bit too much red, really. What's this one? Green one. Birds of a feather. I think for the time being I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to put something on our tag. that won't fit. It's got to be something in the portrait side of life. I haven't really got anything there. I've just got green. Okay. Let's have a look at the stickers then. Oh, actually, come to think of it, what have I got on my sheet in my book? Still too long, but I have got that one for the birds. That might look quite nice. But let's go back to the sticker situation, see what we've got in the stickers. Here's our 2 sheets that came. Oh, robins appear when loved ones are near. That's nice. That would be nice. Yeah, that's going to happen. That's it. Okay, so let's get a remnant of black that's big enough. Ooh, just not quite big enough. Let's get another remnant. This is a blinking big remnant, but never mind. Yeah, okay. So let's take that off there. These are quite solid in themselves, actually. You know, they're not floppy. Stick that on there. And we'll cut around it. Or at least we will do our best. I will do my level best. Cutting circles is not my forte. If you listen to this, you're beginning to realise that not much is my forte, really. But certainly cutting circles isn't one of them. Let's give it a go. If it all goes to pot, then I don't know. I don't know. I'm just taking my time, and I'm sorry, I know I'm not speedy. But if I try and hurry, it's just all going to go horribly wrong. Just want a fairly thin black border around it. That's what I'm aiming for. Let's just cut off there. Oh, you know what? It's not too bad. Let's hope we can get right round it and still look all right. Oh, quite chuffed with that. Just make it pop out a bit more with a black border on it. Well, I don't think that's too bad at all. Got a little bit of a nobule there and a little bit there. There. Okay, yeah, like that. That's well done, me. So we're going to stick that sort of there, I think. Let's just try it in the pocket and see what it looks like. So that would be down to about there, and then that will be there. You know, now I've done all that, I'm not that keen. It's too busy. Too busy. All right, well, we've got that for another project, so don't worry. I think I might just leave that as is. I might set an eyelet in the top with a bit of ribbon. Yeah, that's what I might do if I've got any ribbon that's the right sort of colour. This turquoisey one here might look quite nice. Look nice against the rest of it. I've got red, but I don't think, I mean, red is in keeping with this, but I don't think it's, yeah, I think this is the one that I want. a lot of indecision today, isn't there? So let's set an eyelet there anyway. Let's do that, because we know we're going to do that. So get my crocodile out and go to my eyelet department. See what I've got. Nothing there that's right. I'll just go for a metallic one, I think. Straightforward metallic one in a dark colour, if I have one. I'm getting through my dark colours. Oh, there's a gold one there. Let's go for that. Let's go for gold. I tend to use all the sort of dark bronzy ones up. I don't know why. Right, so let's make a mark where we want to make this hole. So I'm just going to offer it up to my mat, centralise it, get my pencil, so that's the centre there, so I want it about here. And I want the big hole, so push it back and just be careful that you line it up properly. Like that. Yeah, that looks nice. So push your crocodile all the way to the front. Put your eyelet in and crunch down. Yeah, there we are. That's nice and smooth on the back. So the crocodile can go away, as can my eyelet. My eyelet drawer is replete at the moment, full of goodies. So if I was just to put that through there, let's just have a look and see before we commit ourselves to one colour rather than another. So you know, that would just be not my style to just do it. So let's bring the album in again, pop the tag back in there. I think that's the right colour. Yeah, I'm happy that that is the right colour. Now then, do I want to just put that in? Doesn't seem like very much for a big tag. Have I got any wider of that colour? No, I've got that colour. This one also matches. Yeah, I'm going to use this one because it's just got a bit more, well, I don't know, should we say heft to it. A bit wider so it doesn't look just lost on the top of the tag. Okay, let's get some scissors that might actually cut this ribbon. Cut it at an angle to stop it fraying. Pass it through your hole. Lovely. Oh, yeah, no, I'll cut it about there. Fold it over. Pop these ends through from the back. Could do with a little pokey tool of some sort to get that through. See if I can find a tool for the job. Yeah, this one. This is my katana for picking up beads and stuff. But on the other end it's got a nice long pokey bit. But it's not absolutely sharp. So that will get that through there for me. Open that up. And pop your other two ends through there. And if you do it from the back like this, when you pull it up tight, they will stay there. If you do it from the front, they sort of flop forward and don't look great. So try and put it in always from the back, and that's just a nice length. I like that there. Let's get rid of this load of ribbon. It needs to be bound onto something so I can actually see what I've got. Am I going to do that? Probably never. Right, so that's going in there. That looks nice, doesn't it? Looks very nice. And do we want to put something onto here? That's the only remaining question. A little birdie told me. I quite like that. Oh, do these ones fit? Let's have a look and see. They do fit. And about the same size as that, to be honest. So there's that one. There's that, which I don't like that because it's too... looks the same as the tag. I've got green. No. Let's go for this blue one. What's that? Free as a bird. No, I like this one in the pad that says a little bird told me. So I'm going to cut that out, and if I'm clever I can actually get a black edge left with that. So let's try that. Let's try that trick and see if it works. Oops, don't think I'm very straight. If we can, it'll save us mounting it onto a piece of black card. Not that that's the biggest job in the world, but... there we are. Yeah, I think we're all right with that black. Maybe a little bit too thick down here. So there we are. That could go onto there, and I think that would look quite nice. Quite like that. Do I like it more than that? Yeah, I do. I definitely do. So that's going to get stuck onto there. Ooh, look, the lid. The lid of my glue hanging by a thread. So I'm not going to stick it on the exact line of the stamps, although actually the way it's come out it is on that line there, but that's fine. Just centre it up, go round it with your finger, one that's not too sticky, press the edges in, just give it a couple of secs to tack up a little bit. It does take the colour a little while to tack up, which is a good thing. It gives you time to move stuff around, you know, slide it around, and then just fondle it a little. There we go. That's down. So that's that page, I think. I don't think we need any more on. I like the fact that the tag is fairly plain. I like the colour of the ribbon. So yeah, that's the back of our pocket page done. So next time you see me, I think we will be doing this page and pushing on through our mini album. Looking nice so far. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope you liked the finished result. I do, I like it. And as I say, we'll press on next time in an attempt to get this all finished and looking lovely. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.